Why Doesn't Brazil Work Things Out? By Leandro Narlock. Is this a rubber sandal or a waterproof shoe? In 2010, an IRS inspector seized a shipload in Santos port because he thought the classification of the product was wrong. The company claimed they import rubber sandals, but the inspector said no. This is a waterproof shoe. From the 1988 Constitution until 2017, more than 5 million tax norms were created. Each norm has an average of 11 articles. Each article has 2 paragraphs and 7 sections. The case ended up at CAMEX, that agreed with the inspector. The company was fined and started classifying Croc as a shoe. 6 years later, another load was seized at the port. The new inspector thought the opposite. This is a sandal, of course. It is open with holes. How can it be waterproof? And the company was fined again. It went to court one more time to have the fine canceled. The decision came in 2017. Croc is a sandal. The value of the cause of all tax lawsuits in Brazil reaches 5 trillion reais, or almost $1 trillion. There are millions of cases as crazy as this one. The import rate table has more than 10,000 codes. Injectable acid was classified as by Anvisa as a medical product, but the Brazilian IRS considered it a cosmetic product and fined the company. Out of 190 countries, Brazil ranks 184th in ease of paying taxes. It just beats these countries: Brazil, Republic of Congo, Bolivia, Central African Republic, Chad, Venezuela, Somalia. As each municipality and state can create its own taxes and taxes exemption, new regulations come up every day. Actually, more than 700 a day. There are so many regulations that not even the authorities understand. If a company works according to one inspector, it ends up being fined by another. Chocolate filled with biscuits pays one type of tax, but biscuits filled with chocolate pays another. Help! Bread doesn't pay taxes. But what about breadcrumbs that are made out of bread? The justice system took 11 years to make a decision on that. Do you remember the pager, or beepy, from the 90s? The Supreme Court decided only in 2021 if it should pay ICMS or ISS. There is still the tax substitution, which is a chaos. When the industry pay taxes based on the retail price of a product, who estimates the prices of everything in everywhere are the inspectors of the State Revenue Service. This is confusing, of course, and that confusion goes to court. It is hard to find a country with more tax disputes and that spends more time and money with all this. They called it system, but its best name for it is madhouse taxation.